Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. So now we will discuss about the wave motion. So what kind of questions will come based on the wave motion? I'll tell you in a simple way, like step by step what kind of questions will come, on what basis questions will come. Please try to understand and practice questions based on that. Like as we discussed in wave optics also, generally when you consider a wave motion, we represent with a equation y equal to a sine omega t plus or minus kx. If the wave is traveling along the positive x-axis, then we will get, if the wave is traveling like this, means this is the wave direction. So if the wave is traveling along x-axis and this is called one vibration, and the distance travelled by the wave in one vibration or one time period is wavelength, then the equation will become y equal to a sine omega t minus kx. If the wave is traveling in the opposite direction, negative x-axis, then here minus of minus plus it will become, then y equal to a sine omega t plus kx it will become. So these are the two waves which we will get it. Or instead of sine they may give cos also. So this is the general form of a wave equation, where what is A? A is amplitude. So what is amplitude? Amplitude means when wave is traveling through a medium, then particles may vibrate along the direction like this. Then the maximum displacement from equilibrium position is amplitude. Not one particle vibrate here, so many particles of the medium. Like when I am speaking, sound wave is delivering and that is traveling through air, then all the air molecules will start vibrate. So they vibrate with one common or one particular amplitude. So that amplitude is A, that is maximum displacement for each particle vibrating. Or in some cases, like if you take a string attached to one end and jerk it, give a jerk, then the particles will vibrate like this. Then the particle vibration is up and down, but wave is traveling along horizontal direction. So in that case, this is the vibration direction. Then this is called maximum displacement from equilibrium position. Then that also called as amplitude. So when a wave is traveling through a medium, all the particles of the medium vibrate. All the particles of the medium vibrate with particular amplitude, that is capital A. Now what is y is? Y is the displacement of a particle at position x from the starting. Suppose different particles are vibrating at a particular distance x, at a particular time t. So what is the displacement? That is y. Displacement of particle. So x is not the displacement here. When wave generated here traveling like this, then here one particle if you consider, that position is x. Now that will vibrate like this. When it is vibrating at a particular instant, this is the displacement. That displacement is y. So that displacement only y, that y equal to a sine omega t plus or minus kx, where omega is 2 pi by t, where t is time period. Time taken to complete one vibration. Or 1 by time period is also equal to f, that is frequency. And number of waves completed per unit length, that is called wave number, k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. So k is 2 pi by lambda, we call it as wave number. We can also represent with nu bar. So these are the parameters associated with a wave equation. So how the question can be asked here? That is the very first kind of question. That is, they will give one wave equation. Then you have to compare with the general equation. For example, like y equal to 2 sine 3 pi t minus 0.2 x something. So here amplitude is A. Omega is 3 pi because omega t. So x coefficient is k. So like this you have to compare. After comparing they can ask what is the wavelength. So k equal to 2 pi by lambda. Then you can find wavelength. They can ask time period. So 2 pi by t equal to this one. Then you will get time period like that. So one simple question they can ask based on the general wave equation. What wave this one? A wave starting from one point and traveling in one direction continuously. That wave only we call it as progressive wave. So the very first kind of question they can ask is based on the progressive wave equation. Y equal to A sin omega t plus or minus kx. It's very rare, but just for information's sake I am telling. Sometimes very rare that they can ask based on the types of waves. Like when you consider wave, there are two types. First one, mechanical waves, non-mechanical waves. First type. We can divide. Mechanical waves means which require medium. Non-mechanical wave means which does not require any medium for their propagation. Like the best example for this one is sound, and the best example for this one is light. So light wave does not require medium. It can travel in medium, but without medium also it can travel. That's why it is called non-mechanical wave. But here we discuss about mechanical waves only in this chapter, and that mechanical waves again we divide into two types, that is longitudinal and transverse. Longitudinal means if this is the wave propagation, then particles will vibrate along the same direction. Particle vibrates along the direction of propagation. If you consider transverse wave, if this is the wave propagation, particle vibration is perpendicular to that one. So that is the difference between longitudinal and transverse wave. And in this chapter, we discuss longitudinal wave is nothing but sound wave, and transverse wave nothing but waves on string. Waves on string. Like if you consider violin, guitar, if you pluck the string, then the string will vibrate. When the string is tight and if you pluck it, it will vibrate and it will generate some wave motion along it. That only we call it as transverse waves on string. These are the two cases which we will discuss in this chapter. So based on that basic information like what is wave, what is vibration, what is time period, what is wavelength, or what are the types of waves, they may ask, they may not ask. Less chances are there, but remember all those things. Read all the definitions and try to know the difference between different type of waves. And as I said, the very first kind of important question is about wave equation. But based on the same wave equation, they can ask you one more question, that is speed of wave. So speed of wave means as wave is traveling in one duration, one time period, it cover a distance lambda. So what is the speed of the wave formula? Distance by time period. Or 1 by time period is frequency. But this only I can write it as 2 pi by t by 2 pi by lambda. Because 2 pi get cancelled, lambda will go up, t will come down. Same equation. But 2 pi by t means omega, 2 pi by lambda means k. This is the speed of wave. So next question they can ask based on the speed of progressive wave, which you can calculate from the equation by comparing t coefficient as omega, x coefficient as k. So that you can find the speed of wave. Now, when you consider a wave equation, that is a sin omega t plus or minus kx, I said. Now, same equation you can also write like omega, if you take common, t plus or minus kx by v, or y equal to a sin omega into t plus or minus, k by omega. So, omega by k is speed, k by omega is 1 by speed. Like this also you can write. So like that you can manipulate, or they may manipulate the original equation into some other form. Or omega means what? 2 pi by t. Nothing but 2 pi, 1 by time period is frequency. So they can write that value also. So depending upon that you have to understand. Or y equal to a sin omega is 2 pi by t into t plus or minus k is 2 pi by lambda into x. So based on this, so they will give different form of wave equation. Originally same. They may manipulate little bit. Now, based on the same wave equation, they will find relation between phase difference and path difference between two particles. When a wave is traveling, you consider at same time at two different positions x1 and x2. If you take the equation a equal to sin omega t minus kx, means here this term is called argument, or nothing but angular position, or better to say phase of the particle. So for this position, initial phase is omega t minus kx1. For this position, another phase is omega t minus kx2. So phase difference between two instants, that is delta pi, if you subtract omega t cancel, then k into, it will become x1 minus x2 or x2 minus x1, that is delta x. So delta pi phase difference is 2 pi by lambda into delta x. Or else between two instants, now you consider wave is traveling at same position but at time t1, at time t2. So same position means now x is same. Now initial phase at time t1 means omega t1 minus kx. For the same particle, now at another instant, that will become omega t2 minus kx. Now the phase difference, if you take kx will get cancelled. Then omega into t1 minus t2 or t2 minus t1 is delta t. That means delta pi equal to 2 pi by t into delta t. So this is the relation between phase difference, path difference, and phase difference and time difference. So that we can find the relation between them. So based on which sometimes questions can be asked. Like how the questions can be asked, that we will see little bit later, that is based on superposition. But before that, when you consider the wave equation y equal to a sin omega t minus kx, they can also ask one more thing based on this equation, that is particle velocity. Particle velocity, where particle velocity is rate of change of displacement, because velocity means what is the formula? Rate of change in displacement, dy by dt. So Vp equal to d by dt of y is a sin omega t minus kx. So that here a is constant, differentiation of sin is cos. Same like SHM we have done. But here differentiation of t, so what is the t coefficient? Omega will become. So that a omega cos omega t minus kx. This is the particle velocity. What is the wave velocity? Omega by k. Sometimes based on the same equation they will ask slope. Slope means dy by dx. Now instead of differentiating d by dt, you go for d by dx. Here d by dt means t coefficient came. d by dx means x coefficient will come. What is there here? Minus k. So that slope will become same. Here instead of omega minus k will come. So minus ak cos omega t minus kx. Now if you take the ratio particle velocity by dy by dx, that equal to particle velocity is a omega cos omega t minus kx by dy by dx is minus ak cos omega t minus kx. A cancel, cos cancel. So minus omega by k. So that the particle velocity is related as minus omega by k is wave velocity into slope of the wave equation. So based on this simple differentiation, based on particle velocity, based on wave velocity, based on slope, based on the relation between them also, they can ask question in the CET or NEET level. So just remember the relations properly. Now these are all the types of questions they will ask based on the wave equation. Now the next thing what they will ask is based on speed of the wave but specified one. One is longitudinal wave, nothing but sound wave, and another one transverse wave, nothing but transverse wave on string. These are the two cases they can ask. What is the speed? So in these two cases what we have to do is longitudinal wave speed formula is under root E by rho, where E is modulus of elasticity, which we have seen in mechanical properties of solids, and rho is the density of the medium in which the sound is traveling or the longitudinal wave is traveling. Now transverse wave on a string means when the string is tight and if there is a vibration, then the speed of transverse wave formula is under root T by mu, where T is tension in the string and mu is mass per unit length. So based on this formula they can give, but here they will not give mostly based on this, they will specify. Means we are telling this is modulus of elasticity of medium. So if that medium they mention solid means the formula will become under root Y by rho, Young's modulus. If the medium is liquid, then the speed will become under root B by rho, where B is bulk modulus. If the medium is gas, then the speed will become P by rho, P is pressure. But this is the formula given by Newton actually. But later on Laplace corrected it that the speed formula in gas will become gamma P by rho. So gamma is what? Adiabatic constant. So that also affect the speed of sound. Where if you write the density value, then the speed of sound in air will become gamma R T by M. So this is the speed of sound in gas. So based on any this equation, comparison based questions they can ask. Like one example I will tell you. The speed of sound in one gas is V1, in another gas V2, then the ratio if they are asking, then T1 by T2 into gamma 1 by gamma 2 into M2 by M1. So a gamma 1, gamma 2, how do you find it? Based on whether it is mono or di or tri. Like recently we have studied in thermodynamics. Temperatures, masses. If same gas they mentioned, M1, M2 will get cancelled. Gamma 1, gamma 2 get cancelled at two different temperatures. Or two different gases at same temperature means T1, T2 will get cancelled. Then the ratio you have to find from these quantities. Like that, depending on the question, you may have to take the formula. This is about speed of longitudinal wave or sound wave. Next comes the speed of transverse wave on string. So here already we have taken the formula root T by mu, nothing but root of T by mu means M by L. So L if it goes up, TL by M. So this is the speed of transverse wave in string. But this only I can write it as mass equal to volume into density. Volume into density means wire means what shape? Cylindrical shape. So what is the area? Volume of cylinder? Area into length into density. So volume into density. If you substitute in this formula, under root TL by AL rho. LL cancel. So under root T by A into rho. So this way also they can give the questions. But here also they will ask comparison based questions. As tension changes, speed changes. So that you can take ratio. As radius changes, then speed changes. As medium density changes, then also speed changes. So here also they can ask comparison based question like speed proportional to root of tension, speed inversely proportional to 1 by square root of area or inversely proportional to radius. Like that they will give the questions. So these are the types of questions they will give based on speed of either longitudinal wave or transverse wave. Better to say speed of sound wave or speed of transverse wave on string. Now this is the speed of the wave based on wave equation. Now next thing they will ask based on superposition. So superposition I am just reminding because already we have studied in wave optics, same thing here also. Superposition means if two waves like A1 sin omega t and Y2 is A2 sin omega t plus pi with a phase difference pi, if they superimpose then the resultant wave will become A sin omega t plus theta, something else phase, where the resultant amplitude will become under root A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi, where pi is the phase difference. And if you want to find the theta formula, theta value, tan theta equal to A2 sin pi by A1 plus A2 cos pi. So this way you need to understand the formula for resultant amplitude when two different waves superimpose each other. When two waves traveling in same direction, if they superimpose, then it will turn into one single wave or it acts like a single wave whose amplitude is given by this. Like that you can find it. That is about superposition. Now in this superposition only there are cases possible. Like if the phase difference is 0 degree or 2 pi or 4 pi so on. That means phase difference is 2n pi where n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 so on. Then cos pi equal to 1. Then amplitude is maximum, that is A1 plus A2. Then similar way when the phase difference is pi, 3 pi, 5 pi so on, then the amplitude is minimum, that is A1 minus A2, because cos pi will become in that case minus 1. Or for this phase difference the corresponding path difference equal to 0 comma lambda 0 comma lambda by 2, wait, 0 comma lambda comma 2 lambda comma 3 lambda so on, nothing but n lambda. And here delta x in this case for minimum amplitude case, that is 2n minus 1 lambda by 2, where n equal to 1, 2, 3 so on. Same conditions what we have taken in wave optics, here also same thing. So there is a maximum, there is a minimum, and this we call it as constructive superposition, this we call it as destructive superposition. Even with the help of diagram also I have shown in that wave optics chapter, that is, suppose this is one wave is traveling like this. Now if another wave is traveling like this, if they superimpose, then this is A1, this is A2, then the resultant will be like this, A1 plus A2. Or if the other one, if it is like this, so it is starting from here. So the path difference is lambda by 2. Then there is a destructive interference A1 minus A2 because positive superimposing on negative. So like this, there are two type of superposition possible. Now here when you consider such any wave, so what is the intensity of wave? Intensity of a wave. When you want to calculate this, suppose consider through a medium a wave is traveling and you consider a cross section A, length L, or cross section you consider S. Now it is traveling through a distance, let's say delta L in a time delta t. Then what is the total energy associated is energy nothing but kinetic energy half mv square. So half mv square means half mv square is a square omega square cos square omega t minus kx. This is the kinetic energy. Then similar way there must be some potential energy. That potential energy if you consider as we have studied in simple harmonic motion, that will become half m a square omega square sin square omega t minus kx. So the total energy will become kinetic energy plus potential energy, that is half m omega square a square. So this is the total energy associated with this one. Now what we want is intensity. So this is the energy, right? Now if you here, so total energy is half m omega square a square associated with one particular particle. Then here if you calculate energy density, that is energy per unit volume. So mass by volume means density. So half rho omega square a square. So this is the energy density. Energy per unit volume. So energy density nothing but energy per unit volume means area into length. Here delta L. Now this is the energy density. That means within a particular volume, then the energy will become, total energy is energy density into volume. That is U into A into delta L. But here as I considered area S, let it be as S. Because here A means amplitude. Again if you consider area also A, then you will get confused. That's why you consider area as S. So that half rho omega square a square into S into delta L. This is the total energy. Now what is the power formula? Power means energy by time. So if you divide this with time, delta L by delta t, that is the distance covered in time delta t. So distance by time, nothing but speed. So half rho omega square a square into area into speed of the wave. Now power by area you take. So that will become half rho omega, sorry again I am writing same thing, S. Area is S. So half rho omega square a square into V. But power by area, power per unit area is nothing but what? Intensity. So the intensity of a wave formula is half rho omega square a square into V. So that they can ask you the question based on intensity of a wave also. So please try to remember this equation. Now in case of superposition, they will mention same frequency, same direction. So the intensity is directly proportional to a square. So when two waves y1 equal to a1 into sine omega t, y2 is a2 sine omega t plus phi, if they superimpose, then the resultant A will become A1 plus A2 maximum, or A will become A1 minus A2 minimum under particular condition. Like here, delta pi equal to 2n pi, delta x equal to n lambda. Same way, here also condition is there. Now, in generally, if you consider A square equal to A1 square plus A2 square plus 2A1 A2 cos pi. So if you consider intensity of this one is I1, intensity of this one is I2, then the resultant intensity is I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 cos pi. Same way, here when you consider from this formula, I maximum will become root I1 plus root I2 whole square. Or I minimum if you take, that is root I1 minus root I2 whole square. So they can give you the question based on I maximum by I minimum, where I maximum by I minimum means A1 plus A2 by A1 minus A2 whole square, as we did in same wave optics. So this kind of question they can ask based on superposition, based on amplitude, based on phase difference, based on intensity and all. So try to remember the formula and try to know the condition, then try to apply. So this is the common question for wave optics as well as wave motion. Now the next kind of question, same based on the superposition only. Like if there is a superposition, but whose frequencies are slight difference, like one frequency F1 and another frequency F2. Two different waves having slight different frequencies, if they superimpose, then what happens is we will hear some beats. Number of beats or beat frequency is F equal to F1 minus F2 or F2 minus F1. So when two sound waves sounded together with a slight difference in their frequency, if they superimpose, sounded together, then we will heard number of beats per second, and that number of beats is F1 minus F2 or F2 minus F1. But this is bit logical question. Like suppose there are two frequencies, F1 known 250 Hz and F2 unknown. So F2, F1 together giving 4 beats, suppose they are telling. Then F2 can be, according to the given data, either 254 or 246. So either 254 or 246, anything can come. So, but for one tuning fork, only one frequency will be there. How two are possible? Not possible. But if F2 is this much also, 4 beats will come. If F2 is this much also, 4 beats will come. Then how to decide this one? For that they will give one more condition, that F2 is also giving one more thing, that is 5 beats. That is 5 beats with another frequency, third one, that is 241 Hz. Now here two options are there. Okay, fine. First you take this one. So these two giving 4 beats, so condition satisfied. But these two also should give 5 beats. But what is the difference here? 13. So the difference is 13. That is not at all possible. So this is wrong option. But if you take this one, so this condition satisfies, this condition satisfies. So which value satisfies both the conditions given, that is the correct answer. Because every time question is there based on beats means you will get two options. So one you have to choose correctly based on the given two conditions. But sometimes they will give the condition little bit confusing manner. What is that confusing manner? I will tell you. Like suppose one known frequency is there, 200 Hz. Now one unknown frequency F1 is there. Now that is giving 4 beats with this one or 5 beats. then F1 can be either 204 or 196. But how to find that one? For that they will give another condition, that is either they will tell on filing or they may give on loading with wax or something. Filing means removing mass. So on filing, mass decreases, so moment of inertia decreases, so frequency increases. Frequency of vibration increases because it is becoming lighter particle. But here on loading you are adding mass. Mass increases, moment of inertia increases, frequency decreases. Then they will mention here. So initially this frequency is giving 4 beats with this. But after filing, on filing, the beat frequency of these two reduces to 2, suppose. They can give, it may reduce, it may increase. But how to approach the question is important. Now, the beat frequency, what happened on filing? So here condition is filing. So on filing, the beat frequency decreased from 4 to 2. Then what is the F1 value they will ask. So from the first condition, F1 may be this or this. Now from the second condition, we have to decide which is 100% correct. Now first thing, on filing frequency, what happens? Frequency of F1 decreases. Such that, suppose you thought 196 is the answer, suppose. 196 is correct. You just have to assume once. Then okay, it is satisfying first condition. But after filing, what happens? 196 will increase. It may become 197. It may become 198, so on. Yes or no? But when it became 198, then what is the difference with this one? 200 minus 198. 2 beats per second. Satisfying. But if you take this one, 204 is the correct answer. On filing, the frequency will increase. So it may become 205. Then the difference is 5. It may become 206. Then the difference is 6. It may become 207. Then the difference is 7. So on filing, as frequency increases, if you think this is correct, the number of beats should increase actually. But according to the given data, number of beats decrease. So this is not correct. So what is correct? 196. So you need to use your sense. Sensible thinking is needed to solve the questions based on this beats. So whatever questions I said, on what basis questions will come? Superposition or beats or equation of motion, equation of wave. Whatever it is, all those things I will write in points wise and I will send you notes tomorrow. After completion of class, you must go through that and try to solve the questions. Then you will definitely get the better idea. Okay? So please try to understand each and everything and try to remember the formulas and read and revise all the definitions in the chapter. Then try to go through the illustrations whichever I will send tomorrow. Whichever I will send, so that you can get the idea about what kind of questions will come. So few more topics are there that we will discuss on the last day, on Sunday. So that we will complete it. Right? Thank you so much.